Well, some foods are just synonymous with the holidays, and that couldn't be truer when it comes to panettone. Italy alone produces 7,000 tons, or about 117 million panettone every year. Well, here in New York, one family-run bakery is trying to change that, baking up some of the best panettone in town. Joelle Garguilo introduces us to the settipanis.
It's the holiday staple that keeps on giving, though maybe not always the way it was intended.
The regifting gift. I hate that panettone has always had a bad rap.
But in Brooklyn, one family is changing that reputation. One panettone at a time.
Yay! If you haven't had an artisanal panettone, you don't get it.
Welcome to my home. The smell right now. This is where the magic happens. So this is the panettone corner.
So here we have panettone in the oven. We have panettone drying upside down. We have a room that we use mix our panettone. Yeah. It's a Italian holiday bread made with really rich ingredients, kind of like the Italian babka, the Italian brioche.
Do you know the history of it?
Panettone was born in Milan.
And they say it was born by a mistake.
The bread was left overnight, and then we proved in a way that the guy said, let's bake it, let's see what happens, and it came out this wonderful
And it's called panettone, like panettone, and the baker who made this mistake, his name was Tony.
It's like the bread of Tony.
That's a legend. There's a lot of steps that go into the process. I don't think it was a mistake. You ready to do some panettone?
Be careful.
That's what. 3, 2, 1.
Panettone, we have to get the rack.
At Settepani Bakery, the magic isn't just in the recipe. It's in the family story behind it.
Sicilians have the best, but then again, I'm from Sicily.
Velena's dad, Nino, has been perfecting his classic panettone for more than 40 years after coming to New York from Sicily.
When we moved here in the 70s, my parents made sure that we had an after-school activity. My aunt, she found us a local bakery.
And after a unique first date with his now wife, Leah,
he said, can we just stop by the bakery? And then I said, yeah. And then he said, okay, can you just sit there and take these orders? And that was the rest of the afternoon.
Your first date, you stopped by the bakery, his bakery at the time.
Something.
And then he said, can you take these orders?
And now their daughter is writing the next chapter, bringing new flavors to this old world bread.
We make a red velvet panettone.
Ginger and orange.
Amaretto panettone.
Though at first, not every innovation was an instant hit with Dad.
My dad stepped away from the mixer. We were making panettone together, and I had thrown in M&Ms into the mix. I thought he was actually going to
No, because
you're fired for agreeing with him, and you're fired for saying that.
What have the last years been like working with one another, creating with one another?
It's been a challenge. Try to find balances, you know, what can we do?
Dad says a challenge. You say
So much fun.
Whether you prefer the classic or something a little different, each panettone at Settepani is baked with love.
It takes about 2 days to have the whole process going. Don't be cheap. They have machines that do that, you know that, right?
One thing they can all agree on.
We got 300 to make. Come on, hurry.
After a delicious day at Settepani, I could tell you this family is baking up more than just a dessert. And sometimes the best traditions are the ones that keep evolving.
1, 2, 3. Panettone.